Oh, oh my goodness.
Hey, Blake. You here?
If you blow, you gotta go, baby.
So I was at Buck Outfitters in Kentucky. The weather was extremely hot at this time of the year, and it usually is, and the bucks just seem to stay nocturnal. So we decided to pack up, leave Kentucky, head back to Maryland, where I'm going to meet up with Zach, and we're going to get after this buck that we have been raising for probably 3 to 4 years. We call him the appointed deer. And so it begins. Early season bow hunting in Maryland. Doesn't get much better than this. You have a chance for a velvet buck. You have these big bucks on the pattern that you've seen pretty much all summer long. And having that ability to hunt these deer this early in the season, early September, it's a no-brainer for us, and we love doing it every year.
Okay, so we moved to this next spot, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put out this feeder, some corn, the powder stuff, and then we're gonna head out, so.
The reason that we call him that is because the way that his rack is shaped, the way that he acts, just kind of fits the name appointed in our logo. So we were flipping through looking at his pictures as he was continuing to grow, and we've had our logo now for several years, and we were like, dude, this buck kind of reminds you of the logo. So we went ahead and put that on him. But we're really excited about getting after him. But we know that he's not on a hardcore pattern right now where we have 2 different spots. He's bouncing back and forth between those. There is no time or reason that he's hitting them at the moment. And we just decide and know that we're just going to have to put in some time. So day 1 starts, and Zach and I hit the tree. So as the evening rolls by, obviously you guys know if you get a chance to spend time in the tree with one of your best friends, it's always a good time, good fellowship, and that's what Zach and I are. So we are joking from time to time. We're also on pins and needles, just looking around, waiting for this buck to show up. He ends up not coming in, but we had a good set, had a good time. We get down, and that just basically ends day 1. And we have a plan for day 2. And that being said, we have 2 spots that are relatively a good distance away where we know that he's hitting. So we decided to come up with a game plan for day 2. And that is we're going to stop at a few houses and ask for permission in between. And as we do that, we are lucky enough, we strike one up. They said, go ahead, have at it. We get the permission written up, and we don't have anything there. So what we do we grab our primal blind and all of our gear, and we head to the backyard, and we do a little throw and hunt. So is what we call it. We throw up the blind and we get in it and just see what happens, see what we can put out there with we put some feed and some corn, and hopefully, you know, we try to get lucky.
Ooh, something might happen tonight, boy. Guys, we have been working hard. Me and my boy Z back here, he's trying to get dressed quickly. He got off work and I met him here. We are in a spot. We found a giant. We've been hunting him for probably 3+ years. And the concept of where he is, we had to move. We got a different permission from where we were, and so we got a little closer to where we thought he was bedding and to where he was, and he popped in. We have not seen him all summer long, correct? Not all summer long. He went missing last year after rut, and that's the last time we saw him. So he just popped in 2 days ago, and he's been on it like crazy.
Appointed Outdoors is brought to you by Winger Ag Solutions, Bucked Up, Wall Stud Whitetails, Under Armour, protect what matters most, Next Gen Hunting Blinds.
So it's about 12 o'clock, noon. I'm going here and throw this primal blind up, and we've had it out. It's aired out. We're ready to go. These deer don't come back in until about 3, 4 o'clock, so we should be able to get this in, brush it in. We got a great spot for it.
Chairs on here.
Got you your lovey-dovey chair there, Slim.
I like those. That's
We got in here pretty quiet. Got a nice primal blind set up. Plenty of room in here for me and Buck. We're both over 6 foot, so we got plenty of room. I love their primal blinds. Shout out to them. But man, it wasn't even 5 minutes after we sat in our seat in this blind, and we got deer coming. We put that fresh corn out, and they came a coming, boy. So we're after a pretty nice.
You can say
deer.
giant.
I think he's a giant.
For us, he's a giant.
He's a giant from Maryland. Yeah, his dad's pushing
Probably
180.
180, yeah. And we haven't seen him yet this year. We're hoping that he's still alive, but we can tell that this is his son. And I need to punch a tag before I head to Iowa. Zach's going to be, homestead here, so he's going to be hunting these deer, but I'm not going to be real picky. If he comes in, I like him, I'm shooting him. I'm going to make him a movie star, so.
Stay tuned. I'm ready to get this going.
Let's get it.
One of the cool parts about hunting with Zach and the blind on day 2 there, as we're sitting there, is this old Tom that we have, and he's only there early season. When it comes to spring, he disappears. We don't get him on camera. We don't get a chance to see him, but during the fall time, early season, he is there. And lucky enough for us, he had been close in the area, and we weren't sure if we were going to see him or not, but he ended up strolling in. And I can tell you what, this guy put on a pretty cool show. He come in, he looked around, and the rope on this man is serious.
Pointed Outdoors is also brought to you by Vortex Optics, Black River, Quincy Tractor, Brute Buck Outfitters, Mexico.
So day 3 starts off with a morning hunt. Very slow, very slow. Did not hardly see anything in the morning. And I went, grabbed some lunch, took a little nap, and then got set up for the evening. Knowing that it's day 3, I'm already in that mindset that, man, if I see a good deer, I'm gonna let her sing. And one thing that I knew that I had a good shot in this particular spot for 2 or 3 other deer that were shootable for us if we needed to be. So I went ahead and picked that spot for the evening hunt. And sure enough, you know, God is good.
Well, we are set up for this evening's hunt, sitting here in our primal. I'm excited about tonight. Deer cast says great. And we hunted this spot this morning. We saw 2 good deer way out. They did not come in. So hopefully tonight, wind's still blowing in the same direction, they'll return. So we got a big 6 in here, giant big 6. It's on the shooting list. And then we have another big old giant in here as well that both Zach and I have been after. And we're just trying to, one of us, be in the right spot at the right time.
So as I'm sitting there in the tree, I got 1 or 2 does that decided to come in. Pretty much overall, pretty slow till about that 5:30, 6 o'clock. And I hear a twig snap. And the deer that come into this tree stand, they like to pop over this little knoll. And when they crest the knoll, you got a good view of what that deer is. And I missed it. I didn't see him come up over that knoll. But when the twig snapped, I knew it was close to me. And I looked down to my right. And sure enough, it's the big wide 7 that we have on camera. That is a shootable deer. And when you get your mind set on shooting a deer, it doesn't matter if it's a giant or if it's one that you know that you can shoot. I get excited. So the blood flow started, the adrenaline started, and with self-filming, it's hard. Zach wasn't with me this evening, and I had to do everything myself. And to be able to film this deer, the deer's already on edge. It's a tough task. It's not easy to do the self-filming, to be able to get all the good footage, and then alone be able to concentrate on pulling a bow back, getting on that deer the right way, and letting that arrow go, and hoping everything falls in line. But sure enough, thank the good Lord, He gives me that opportunity, and you just got to make the best of it.
Which one?
The real wide one.
Nice.
Dude, he's nice. He's a nice buck. Real nice.
Did you see this one drop?
No, I didn't. But I just watched it back. It looks pretty good. Like, I lunged him. I definitely got it. Yeah, it didn't go all the way through, but I stuck him. I'll send you the video, but I stuck him. All right, y'all, we are down. So excited about this. We reviewed the shot. I called my boy Z, brought him in. He's on camera right now. I had to wait. It was plenty of daylight left, but I reviewed the footage. I sent it to him, sent it to another guy, and they said, man, just give it a little bit of time. So we went ahead and let it get dark. It's been probably an hour and a half, 2 hours. Just want to make sure that that deer is dead. We all think we got long, but we're gonna track this thing. Let's go find it.
This is pretty cool too, guys. We got my daughter here with me. This is my daughter, Blake.
Oh.
And
this
is her first track.
Look what we got here, kid. All right, check that out.
All right.
So
all right, guys, so we just found the broadhead.
So we don't know, I didn't know if it was a pass-through shot, so I'm guessing, you know, obviously this had to have been sticking out on the other side, and then he broke it off first because we haven't found the top part of the arrow. So let's take a look at this right here. You can see it got stuck in the ground there, I guess, as it come out. We got plenty of red blood. Yeah, so that's definitely long. So now, is it one long, two long? We're not sure. We're gonna keep going. Crazy. You'd think that he'd have a lot more blood at the beginning.
What do you think, man? I think we're getting close.
Dude, I think we're getting close. Let's get it. Right here. See, there he is, right there, dude. There he is. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I see his eye right there. See him?
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Let's check him out.
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh yeah, boy. Look at this buck.
Yes, sir.
Oh my
man.
goodness, guys. Check that Maryland whitetail out right there. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pointer. Nice wide 7. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah. Oh man, I've been hunting hard, y'all. I'm here in Maryland, getting ready to go back to Iowa and for the opener there, and I cannot tell you, I've been in a tree pretty much every day, morning and night, just trying to get one of these deer to pop in off the night shift, you know, and clock in on the day shift. And it's been tough. We were in Kentucky, same thing. Stuff just wasn't happening. And finally, you know, the persistence and the patience, you know, of sitting in that tree and just hoping. We got 2 giants in here. I shouldn't be making a ton of noise, but goodness gracious. Hopefully, you know, before I get out of here, whether Z or myself, we're able to punch one of them big old slobs. But hey, I'm happy with this one for the first tag here in Maryland.
Nice job, brother.
All right.
So the buck is in the truck, and we are so thankful and blessed for that opportunity to be able to harvest a deer like that. Big old body on him. We're going to be able to eat well for a while, be able to share the harvest with other people. But in the end goal, appointed was established to share the love of Christ within the outdoors. And so if you don't know who Jesus is, please, again, take some time to find a church, get into the Bible, read some stories. I can tell you that life is hard. There are times in our lives where we go through some detrimental things. I'm actually going through one right now in my life, and how I find peace is I turn to Him. I turn to Christ, who died on the cross for my sins, who forgives us when we ask and we repent. So I'm asking you to do that in your life as well. You know, find him, ask for forgiveness, develop a relationship, and during those struggles in your life, you'll be able to get through those and have some light at the end of the tunnel, because you know that he wants the best for you, and that we are going to make mistakes. We are going to have times in our life that are very dark. So we need that light during that time, and that's the only way to find it is him. So if you take some time and find that relationship, you'll be happy. But we got to get out of here. And before we do, if you could go to our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, hit that like, that share, that follow, anything you can do here at Appointed to support us would be great. So next week, guys, you don't want to miss. This one is pretty cool. We are going to take an episode and we're going to share the process of some of the food plots that we've done, some of the equipment that we've used. And Matt and I get a chance to go to Quincy Tractor. We pick up a Dan User Intimidator. It's the first time we've ever used that equipment. And then Zach and I get a chance to actually develop a relationship with the owner from Dan User. And we get a chance to go meet him and pick up another attachment. So join us next week for that crazy cool episode. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. But until then, God bless.
Pointed Outdoors is brought to you by these fine sponsors.